everyone, welcome back. This is going to be a good one. So, I told you guys yesterday that I was going to teach you guys basically how to start an SMMA business in 2025 for beginners because I did it, and I'm going to teach you guys basically what I've learned from everything. And honestly, it's still thriving, and this will always be a thing forever because every time a business opens, it's always going to need someone to market for it. So anyways, starting off strong with everything, you need a tough mindset and your work ethic has to be extremely good. For that, what I mean is that you guys are going to get rejected. You guys are going to not like the outcome sometimes. You guys are going to find it difficult sometimes, but stop overthinking it and just do it. Just go for it. It's going to be tough, but I promise you the outcome of this alone will change your life 100%. And it did for me. So I'm just going to teach you guys everything that I kind of knew, everything that I went through, and then you guys can kind of go from there and just do it yourselves. Also, before this, I did make a public Discord for you guys. I'm going to put the link in the bio so you guys can join it. It's free. And then also Instagram's down there, so you guys can also DM me on there. But other than that, let's just get back to it. What makes a successful business? So a successful SMMA business, or any business in general, the whole point of it is what idea does it solve? What problem does it have? It's more so what problem does it have? But yeah, what problem does this business have and how are you going to solve it? That's basically the thing, how anything works. Like McDonald's solves hungriness and it's cheap, so it's solving that problem. Drain cleaner solves cleaning drains. Like that's the whole thing. Is like, what problem does a person have or a business, and how are you going to solve it? Okay, that's the bare basic minimum of what you should know. Okay, so what do you need to start this business? This is the foundation. Okay, if we're going to talk about this, this is number one for a reason. Choose your niche, and it can be anything. Don't overthink this. Don't sit there for hours being like, oh, I need a niche. I need this, and that. I'll give you something simple. Go on ChatGPT, type in things that you like. I don't know. You like TikTok. You like going to the dentist. You like, I don't know, whatever you like. Go on ChatGPT and type in 3 things that you enjoy and be like, can you find me a niche of this product or a niche of this business? And it'll give you a bunch of them, I promise you. But find a niche. Now, to basically choose a niche, you can either go to ChatGPT and just type in what I just said, but or else you can either find a niche that you know about already. So let's say your mom's a nurse. Let's say your dad's a dentist. Your dad's a contractor. Whatever it is, you already know something about that. You know, it doesn't have to be everything, but you just have to know something, anything. If you know that, you kind of already have the bare necessities to kind of go further. For me, at least, I knew nothing. So I had to do more research. I had to do all that different kinds of thing to like even get to that point. But if I was starting in 2025 with nothing, I would either find something that I knew because it's much easier to get your foot in the door, or someone or somewhat has an interest. Like if you have an interest in this specific thing, you're going to do better and it's much easier for you. For me, it took me a while. The next thing is, again, people that you know. So if your mom was a nurse, whatever it is, or if your uncle is like an electrician, whatever, and they have their own business, it's much easier this way because you can get your foot in the door and you can learn much easier because it's literally right there, right in front of you. And they're more likely to say yeah and help you than them saying no. So choose your niche. It can literally be anything. What you want to look for is, this is the first, number one. Okay. Look for something that's high ticket in sales. Anything that's above $1,000 in a sale is considered high ticket. You can literally look this up on ChatGPT. That's basically your homework if you want. Go to ChatGPT and type in what businesses are high ticket in sales. Okay, it's going to give you a whole list. You can go through each one and you can pick one that can be your niche. Okay, simple. Make sure that there's no seasonality. So let's say, for example, candles. I don't know. Candles, people usually buy them more in the wintertime. You're not going to be marketing for candling people or doing any type of business for them, but I'm just giving you an example. Don't go for something that's seasonal, because at that point you're going to have to kind of switch. You're going to have to go try to find something else, because during that season they're probably doing really well. After that season, they're probably not going to need you as much. So yeah. Now the next thing to look for is the money on ads, how much they can spend basically to you getting them the service. Let's say, for example, that you're doing roofing company roofers, and this roofing company is charging $7,000 to, I don't know, $15,000 to fix the roof. Okay. You have to learn how to do ads, obviously. Now, let's say that your ads was $1,000. You literally made an ad for $1,000 and you got them one client. This one client basically spent, let's go on the low end, $7,000. You made the roofing company from that one client $6,000. Now, this is a terrible ROI, by the way. I'm just giving you an example. You made the roofing company $6,000. They're going to be happy with it. They at least got a client that they would have never got if you were never there. And you did spend the $1,000 though, but they still made $6,000 off of nothing. So that's why I'm telling you, find something that's high ticket, because you kind of have a little room for error more than something that's smaller. You can't put in like $20 worth of ads here for like a candle business and they sell $25 worth and they made $5. Does it kind of make sense? So find something that's high ticket, much easier in the long run, and you guys will gain more with that. The next thing is, again, what problem are you solving? So what can you help this business overcome for them to basically be like, okay, this is something that they've solved for me. So you have to ask yourself, what do people usually need? Companies, more often than not, mom and pop businesses, all that stuff, they want lead generation. They want more people coming in. They want more things, people to buy their product, all that stuff. So they need more lead generation. You can do the other version of it, which is content time. So most business owners need more time. So they need more time to do content creation, videos, all that stuff. You would rather more likely than not go for the lead gen, because lead generation is easier. You can output more and you don't have to do as much. Whereas content creation, let's say, for example, you do a spa, not just a med spa, just a spa, and they are selling, let's say, products. The product is $100, okay? And they want you to do a small video on their store. So they want content. What can they possibly offer you from them selling $100? Whereas the lead gen for a real estate agent is going to make way more money, and they can offer you way more when you're doing this. So look, you can also search it up on ChatGPT. I haven't actually searched this up yet because I kind of know my niches, but you can look up on ChatGPT what is the highest need for someone that is doing real estate and the highest ticket sales. Look that up and see what it comes up with, and I'm pretty sure it'll give you some ideas. Probably won't be super accurate, but it'll give you some ideas. The next part is, how will you solve this problem that they're having for them? So they need more lead sales, they need more content, they need all this stuff. How are you going to solve that? Okay. So a few examples is, you're going to use ads more likely than not. You can use them on Facebook, Google, Insta, TikTok, whatever the niche is going for, you can use it. For example, if you're doing real estate, you can go on Facebook, Google, YouTube. For Insta, you can do like I don't know, restaurants or whatever, pop-ups, stuff like that, TikTok as well. So find what they kind of need and kind of like cater to them. So more likely or not, they're going to need ads, all that stuff. Some businesses will want appointment settings. So they want to get appointments for their clients or to gain more clients. So you're going to have to find them appointments. Now you can do that through ads on Facebook and Google, or you can do appointments through cold calls or emails and like stuff like that. So it's going to be either ads or appointments. The next one is video editing / content. Most people are not dying for this one. Like they're not like, oh my God, I really need this. Some people do, but this would kind of come as like a package. So you can get like this, and this, and just do like a package deal for all that and do like, oh, I can do all of this for you and like kind of run it like that. So you can kind of charge more, but we're going to talk about the charging and all that later. Yeah. So there's a few examples of how you can kind of solve the problem that they're having, which is, again, probably not that many people coming to them, or they need more people, or whatever it is. The next part is, where will you find your clients? So where are you yourself going to find these people that have these specific problems that you're going to try to solve? This goes back to the niche thing. So how are you going to find a niche of people that do real estate, for example? Most real estate people are on Instagram. So you can DM them and you can ask them like, hey, this is so-and-so. I've been doing marketing. I want to try this, and that. Okay. The next thing is dentists, and you can either do email / phone calls. More likely than not, dentists do answer. That's in my own personal experience, dentists do answer, and they do have high ticket. So that's a really good niche right there for you. Roofers, you can literally call them as well. Just type in, literally on Google, just type in roofers near me, and a bunch will pop up, and then basically you can go through there, give them a phone call, and then kind of like go with that. Contractors as well, you can do phone call, and then etc. Whatever niche you go into, literally the same concept, kind of look it up, see where they're going in and out of, and then kind of do it from there. So from there, you're basically going to make an offer. So after you've got them, basically their number, and you're about to call them, email them, text them, whatever it is, you're going to make them an offer where they're going to most likely than not say yes. And this is where it comes with this deal right here. Why can you not start off with a $100 million offer, which is basically like, hey, I want to do marketing for you. This is my first time, but I want to charge you $5,000. As a person, for me, haven't done it. I've heard of people that have tried this out. You more likely than not will not get this. This is when you're down the line, when you've done 10, 15 clients and you've had a base of you doing this and you have concepts and all that, you can charge this. That's fine, because you know, okay, I know my worth. I've done all this work. I can charge this. When you first start, don't try these. Like the 2K, 5K, 1K, don't try those. It's not viable. Now, maybe you're really good at talking and you can probably pull this off, but they won't be reoccurring people that come to you because you kind of don't know what you're doing. You're just offering them like, hey, I can do your marketing, and you know nothing of it. So you'll lose this really quickly. So the reason is there's no proof of concept. You have nothing that you've done beforehand, so you can't show them anything. And you can be like, hey, I've done so-and-so. I've done websites for all these people. I've done marketing for this, and that. Like, okay, where's the proof? And you have no proof. That's basically how it kind of goes. Like you'll do that. And also don't try any crazy offers, because most people won't think of you as a legit prospect for them to even like talk to. So in total, don't do all of this. Like there's no point. What you should be doing is literally, I'm going to give you a few offers. So these are the offers that I kind of started off with myself when I first started. I'm going to give you guys kind of like how I did it. The first one is you can either do 10% off of every client they receive. So it can be commission based. It works really well with like real estate agent, roofers, contractors, all that stuff. If they get a job, for example, 10, you're doing a 10%, you're getting 10% of the 10,000 or whatever it is, you know? So you can either do that, which is commission based, or you can do a free trial, which I don't recommend. If you really want this client and they're saying no, you can try to run a free trial. Most often than not, this thing will not end up how you want it to. They will either like flake on you after the 20 days. They won't like respond to you. So this is not really something I do, but it's an option if you really want that client. The next one is performance based, which is literally you bring him 10 clients, whatever it is, leads and appointments. So let's say you bring 10 clients and each client's paying, I don't know, let's say you get 10 clients, each client's paying him 2,000, you get a percentage of this thing. That's also a good one. It's better than the free trial for sure. The best one and the one that I recommend the most is the performance and small commitment. So let's say that you go up to your first store and you want a performance based thing with them. You can tell them, hey, listen, I am new. I want to charge you $500 basically to do your marketing for you. I can get you leads and appointments and all that other stuff, whatever they kind of need, whatever's necessary for them. So I can get you leads and appointments or whatever results. So I just want a small commitment of $500 for 2 months. And then also every like lead I do, I'll get performance. So you're basically getting the best of both worlds where you're getting the performance based and also a small commitment where these people are just not going to flake on you because it's free. So they really don't care for it. So it's the best of both because they're obviously going to care. They're paying you $500 and also the performance will do as well. So the best thing to do, honestly, this is number one. I'll do this for sure. These are both number two. I kind of put them in the same category. Performance based is better, but there's also no commitment. Also the 10%, there's no commitment, but it's just a start, you know? And then this is like last. I really don't recommend this, but if you really want to do something, you know, free trial, you can do the whole thing. And also, again, this board, I can share it with you. If you guys do join the Discord, I'm going to have a link in the bio, or you guys can send me on Insta and I can just do it from there as well. So once you do that whole thing up there, you're going to start reaching out. The more you reach out, the more opportunity you get. Okay. It's simple. It's basic math. If you reach out to 1,000 people, one person's going to say yes. Now, really think about it. Okay. I'm going to give you the actual average of things. So out of 1,000 people, the average is a 4%. Okay. 4%, that's if you email them, by the way. So if you email 1,000 people, 4% of those people are going to respond back to you. That doesn't mean you're closing them. That doesn't mean you're getting them as business. They're going to respond to you. Okay. So imagine with 1,000 people, you're 4%. Now imagine dwindling down the number to 100. Okay. You're still getting the 4%. The 4% is like industry standard is what they say. So that 4% with the 100, you're getting way less contacts with that. So let's say that you figure this part out, you know, it's a 4%. The more you put out, the more you're going to get. So once you figure out, hey, this is kind of working for me, double it, literally double it, do 200, 300, 400. I would start off with 100 and scale up from there because you don't want to call 1,000 people and not kind of understand like, oh, what I did wrong. What is this? What is that? Start off with 100, make a list, be like, okay, this person wanted this. This client didn't answer. This person did this. Learn from it because once you learn from this, you can easily start scaling up to this, but you have to kind of understand your mistakes. Also, anything less than 200, at least in my eyes, even you can do 100, but 200 is not a valid test point. If you come to me and you're like, hey, I called 30 people and only one person told me this thing. Yeah, of course. First of all, the rate's 4% on email. If you call them, it's a higher percentage, by the way. It's like around 10%. But you, for example, called 30 people, only one person responded. Yeah, of course. You don't have a test point. You have nothing. You just call 30 people. It's a very, very small test point. You need to call at least, for me, 200 people, but the bare minimum should be 100 to really know where you're standing and how you're supposed to talk to these people, what you need, all that stuff. And use every channel. Honestly, use every channel to get to these people. Cold calls, emails, text, whatever. Outreach. Literally, all you need is outreach. Literally, just keep on sending stuff to everyone. And I can show you guys how I kind of do it. You guys can get at least, three to four people a day from you doing this stuff. And all you need is consistency. It's not going to be fun at the beginning. You're gonna be like, oh, I don't really want to do this anymore after like the 100th person. But I promise you, once you get it down, and the consistency part is really, really easy and is really fun. So do that. The more you reach out, the more opportunity you get. Literally remember those words. Once you do that, I promise you that you will get a client. If you reach out to 1,000 people and don't get a client, I will personally give you money. If you are not doing it correctly and you're not listening to anything I'm saying, if you are listening to everything I'm saying and you're doing things correctly, you will get a client. I promise you. Once you have the new clients that you receive, you're going to make the offer of basically what I just told you from before, which is basically make an offer where they can't refuse. Don't say, hey, I'm new here, I'm going to charge 5K. That's not an offer. That's not going to work for you. Start off with either the commission based, where you're like, hey, I can do commission, or do the one that I'm telling you about, which is basically do the one where it's performance and a small commitment. That will help you a lot because it'll also lock them in. Be like, hey, this guy, I charge him $500 for 2 months. He's new, but he seems like a really hard, dedicated worker. I want to try him out. They will for sure say yes to that offer. So don't worry about the selling point, but more so what you're offering, and make it a reasonable offer. And literally just be honest. Like, you're starting, I was starting at the time too. I did the same thing. I literally went in and I'm like, hey, I don't know much, but I'm willing to really put an effort and work this out with you. Can we try something? And I did get clients like that. So just look at those things. Once you get clients, it's going to be really fun. Like, that's when things actually get really good. So now, once you get your client, you're going to deliver your work. So you won't know really how to deliver work in a sense, or know if your work is really good, because you want what's best. You literally just got a client. So you're going to be like, oh my God, I want the best for him. I want to try to do the very, very best. You won't really know what's the best without doing this consistently and over and over and over. The first one might not be the best, to be honest. You probably might be the worst. Maybe the 10th one might be the worst. But you need to at least practice and see, like, hey, the feedback is going to help the most. Like, hey, I didn't receive this many people. And you can go back on your ads and be like, oh, maybe that's why I didn't receive as much people, because my ad wasn't the best, or I didn't do this right. Or, you're going to have to learn a lot. But once you do learn a lot, things run really smoothly. So deliver your work. Now, how are you going to learn what your clients are about? For me, I didn't know anything. I literally had to work in did a client for beauty products. I knew nothing about it. You just have to spend time and effort learning about that specific roofing. Most of you guys have never done that. Literally learn about the business. From there, you can literally just look at what other people are doing ad-wise. Like, once you want to run an ad to create traction or to create leads for your client, you can just look at ads that people are doing. Literally simple. Go to Facebook ad library, see which video has been up for the longest. Let's say this video has been up for 2 months. Okay. If it's been up for 2 months, that means it's working. These people are spending money on it. They want to use it. Literally just copy it and tweak it a little bit to what you think would look better or what's best, and then run the ad the same way. Like, you will get signups, because guess what? These people have been doing it as well for 2 months. So just copy the ad, tweak it, and literally just post it out there. You will get the same, if not better, results than the other person that's been doing that. And then 3, learn from a person that's already done it. So learn from a mentor. For example, like let's say I want to mentor you. I've done a lot of this already. I know what I'm talking about. I've done it. I have like a track record, whatever. I can basically teach you, okay, hey, this person isn't working as well because you're not doing this, this, and that. So having a mentor will definitely help. Like this is for sure a thing. You don't really need one. You're just going to be spending more time basically learning on your own. So you can either do this or this, either or, whichever kind of works for you. From someone else is kind of the better option. But once that whole thing is done, all you have to do is repeat the process. Just restart from up here and do the whole thing over again. Now, you don't have to really choose your niche. You kind of skip these because you've already done it. Or if you really want to go into another niche, you can, because at that point you've learned the system. All you have to do is just reorganize what you're doing here. Be like, okay, I want to do pest control now. Okay, go to pest control people, get them leads, do the whole thing again. Like you can just keep on doing it over and over and over. Now, seasonality might like clash between these two, so it's just an example. But yeah, just run the whole system again and do it over and over and over and over. It's not difficult. Once you get things moving, it starts moving like really well. And at that point, you've already learned a skill, and you can use this whenever, wherever, and make a decent amount of money. Once you're doing like say your 8th client, you know the ins and outs. This thing here won't apply anymore. This is only for people that are like very, very brand new to this. Once you're at your 8th, 9th client, you kind of know the system. You can start charging $2,000 per client easily because you know, hey, I have a track record. I know exactly what I'm doing. I can figure this out. I can get you this much. I can show you what I've done. So you can start charging $2,000 a client, $5,000 a client. You can retainer them $4,000 every month. Like you can do that because you have literally concepts. So at that point, that's when you start doing really well. But everything starts off somewhere. Jeff Bezos started off with nothing. All of them started off with nothing, like you don't enter into a business, start getting millions of dollars and followers and people. You have to kind of start off somewhere. So that's basically that. How to start your own SMMA business in 2025. If you guys do have any questions, my Instagram link is in the bio. There's a free Discord in the bio as well. Then other than that, I will see you guys in the next one.